Hey, fellow students, welcome to this video on 10 study techniques that actually work. With finals around the corner, it's essential to have the right strategies to ace those grades. So, let's dive right in. Technique number 1, Pomodoro Method. This technique involves working for 25 minutes and taking a 5-minute break. After 4 cycles, take a more extended break. It's perfect for keeping you focused and avoiding distractions. The Pomodoro method helps you avoid burnout and improves productivity. By breaking your workday into small, manageable chunks, you can work more efficiently and stay motivated. This technique is particularly useful for those who struggle with procrastination or difficulty focusing for long periods. Technique number 2, flashcards. Write down a question on one side of the card and the answer on the other. Test yourself and repeat the ones you don't remember until you can answer them effortlessly. It's a simple yet effective way of retaining knowledge. Flashcards are especially useful for memorizing vocabulary or definitions. By creating bite-sized chunks of information, flashcards make it easier to absorb information, especially when time is limited. This technique is particularly effective for visual learners and can be easily customized to suit individual study needs. Technique number 3, mind maps. Start with a central topic, and branch out with related concepts. Use colors, images, and symbols to make it more engaging and memorable. Mind maps are especially helpful for understanding complex topics. This technique helps you see the big picture and make connections between different concepts. By organizing information in a visual way, mind maps can help you recall information more easily and make it easier to study. Mind maps are particularly useful for students who have difficulty organizing and synthesizing large amounts of information. Technique number 4, active recall. Read a topic, close your eyes, and try to remember everything you just read. Use the mind maps, flashcards, or quiz yourself. This technique helps to reinforce what you have learned and identify gaps in your knowledge. Active recall is particularly useful for preparing for exams. By actively engaging with the material, you can solidify your understanding and identify areas that need more work. This technique is effective for students who struggle with retaining information, as it helps improve memory recall. Technique number 5, mnemonics. Use acronyms, songs, or rhymes to make it easier to recall. Mnemonics are great for remembering lists or long strings of information. This technique helps you create associations between different pieces of information and make it more memorable. Mnemonics are particularly useful for students who struggle with memorization. By connecting information to something more meaningful, mnemonics can help you retain information for longer and make studying more engaging. Technique number 6, group study. Discussing and explaining concepts to others helps reinforce your own understanding. Group study also helps you identify areas you need to work on, and it's a great way to stay motivated and accountable. This technique helps you learn from others and get different perspectives on a topic. By working with others, you can improve your understanding of complex topics and stay on track with your studying. Group study is particularly effective for students who benefit from verbal and auditory learning. Technique number 7, practice problems. Solve as many problems as you can, and identify areas you need to improve. Practicing problems also helps you get comfortable with the types of questions you'll face on an exam. This technique helps you apply the concepts you have learned and identify areas that need more attention. Practice problems are particularly useful for students who are preparing for exams that require problem-solving skills. Technique number 8, visual aids. Use diagrams, flowcharts, and graphs to help you visualize and understand complex topics. This technique helps you see patterns and connections between different concepts. Visual aids are particularly useful for students who are visual learners or have difficulty understanding written text. By organizing information in a visual way, you can better comprehend and retain the material. Technique number 9, take breaks. It's essential to take breaks to avoid burnout and maintain productivity. Take a 10 to 15-minute break after every hour of studying, go for a walk, or do something unrelated to studying. This technique is particularly useful for students who struggle with concentration or feel overwhelmed by long periods of studying. Taking breaks helps you recharge and come back to your work with renewed focus. Technique number 10, sleep. Getting enough sleep is critical for learning and memory consolidation. Sleep helps you retain information and process what you've learned during the day. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night and avoid cramming before an exam. This technique is particularly useful for students who struggle with memory retention or have difficulty concentrating. By prioritizing sleep, you can improve your overall academic performance. So there you have it, 10 Study Techniques that actually work. Whether you're studying for an exam or trying to stay on top of your coursework, these techniques will help you boost your grades and improve your overall performance. Remember to try out different techniques and find what works best for you. It's also important to take care of yourself and don't forget to take breaks and get enough sleep. Good luck, and happy studying!